Hey everyone, this is Marcy, one of your mods and the founder of the group. I hope you're enjoying and finding a lot of helpful tips and tricks, and I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorite tricks. If you have ever been in a presentation and had a huge packet of handouts, this is for you. So instead, let's show you what you would normally do. So you're wrapping up your prep work, and then you're like, ooh, I need to print my slides so I know what I'm looking at. Normally you would go to print, and then you would do your notes page, right? Because you want to be able to see, let's actually show you an example here. All right, so you both want to be able to see the slide and your notes. The only way that I've been able to know how to do it for decades is to do this right here, right? Notes page, that's how we do it. But if you notice, this is an 85-page document, which is ridiculous. That's like half a ream of paper. It would be 4 pounds. So a couple years ago, I found a better way to do this. So instead of doing print to notes, you're going to go to export and then create handouts again. And then this will ask you where you want your notes. Is it next to the slide? Do you want blank lines, notes below the slide? And again, this is what we're used to, the notes below the slide, but we actually want it next to slides. Okay, so you're going to press OK. If you have a large document, it is going to take a little bit of time, so I've pre-done this, sort of like a cooking show. So what you will end up with is a document that looks like this. So what it will do, it will download all of your slides. You will have, as you can see over here, it'll number them, slides 1 through, in my case, 85. So that's one column. The next, you will have a picture of your slide. And then the next column, if you want to come over here to this page with me, you will see all of your notes. So as you can see, you can fit 3, 4, 5 slides on a page. You can also move this as a table. So you can make this smaller. So, oh, there we go. So more slides can fit on a page. You can also delete these because it's just a table. So you would delete entire row of like, I know what my opening slide looks like. I don't need that. That's fine. You can also merge these cells, which I also love doing. So merge cells. And then the other thing, which is really cool, is that you can make these bigger or smaller. So say that you have a slide that has a lot of small text. Hopefully you don't, because that's not great presenting, but maybe you do. And you're like, oh man, my eyes are old or tired. I need to make that bigger. You can make that bigger without messing up the rest of your formatting. The other cool thing is that you can, say you find an error, something you want to change for your notes. You can, add this in here just like that. It doesn't change it back in the PowerPoint, but it does change it in your notes. So if you want to be like more aggressive in that, you can absolutely do that. So you, again, can format this however you like. Something that I like doing in this section over here, well, you know what, I'll show you. I will show you my presenter notes. So something that I like to do is put the timings in here. So how long should I be spending on each of these slides? Because as you can tell, I'm a talker. So if I don't do that, time will get away from me. Another great option for this column over here is to include, if you're presenting with another person, to include your name versus the other presenter's name so you know who's going. The last thing that I like to do with this is create a participant, kind of a combination of a handout and the slides. So a lot of people will give out slides and then give out handouts at the same time, and then all of the participants have like multiple pieces of paper. I combine these. So as you can see, let's start up here. So this is my presentation. There are small slides over here to prompt them to write in these sections. This is, again, I merged these slides, or I merged these fields together, and then you can make this as big or as small as you like. You can also move it from one side to the other to the center. So this was a prompt for them to use this space to write down, what do you think feedback is as a prompt. The other thing that I use this for, like I said, is for handouts. So instead of giving them a separate handout with these prompts, so what I wanted them to circle, lower or higher, more or less, etc., this is all in the same document. So when they leave my session, they have everything stapled together. There's no losing it, no wondering where it is. So those are all ways that I have used this little Microsoft hack. So again, if you have a PowerPoint presentation, you are going to File, Export, Create Handouts again, and then picking Next to Slides. And just a note that if you do have a large presentation, it will take at least a minute for Microsoft to do its thing. So just don't touch the Microsoft Word. Let it run its course. If you're missing any slides, just do this again. Sometimes it gets a little wonky, but overall, a really incredible tool. And hopefully you will